Good morning, everyone. This is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 17th of March. Dovish Fed sends dollar tumbling. The FOMC remained on hold yesterday, as was broadly expected, but delivered a notably more dovish message than investors anticipated. Officials revised down the dot plot, with the median dot indicating only 2 rate hikes for this year, down from 4 hikes previously. What is more, the FOMC revised down its GDP growth forecasts for 2016 and 2017 and its core PCE forecast for 2017. The aggressive revision of the dot plot and the downgrade in economic projections came as a surprise to market participants who expected a somewhat upbeat committee due to the relative improvement in the latest bunch of US employment and inflation data. While the statement acknowledged that inflation has risen recently, Chair Yellen signaled that officials were not convinced that this reflects a sustainable rise in the underlying trend, as it may partially reflect temporary factors. Furthermore, policymakers communicated that global economic developments continue to pose risks, which suggests that they are still concerned that the recent turbulence may have left its marks on the domestic economy. The overall dovish tone sent the dollar tumbling and equities higher. What came to our attention is that back in December, when the Fed saw 4 hikes in 2016, the market was pricing only 2. Now that the Fed expects 2 hikes, the market is anticipating only 1. We believe that the Fed is lagging behind the market, and in our view, the most likely scenario is for officials to carry out just a single hike this year, perhaps in September or December. As for today's events, we have a very busy schedule with 3 major central bank meetings on the agenda: the Bank of England, the Norges Bank, and the Swiss National Bank. The Bank of England kept its rates unanimously unchanged at its previous policy meeting, with Ian McCafferty unexpectedly withdrawing his hike vote. Investors' attention is still on the uncertainty surrounding the EU referendum, and since the polls appear to be very tight, we believe that the bank will remain on hold at least until the outcome is known and the dust settles. Even though the bank said that the next move in rates is probably an increase, the risks of a potential exit have raised the possibility for a rate cut in the not-too-distant future. The bank is broadly expected to stand pat at this meeting, and the focus will shift on the minutes of the decision in order to gauge how much policymakers are concerned about the Brexit and whether a rate cut is an option. The Norges Bank also held its fire at its previous gathering, but noted that if economic developments are broadly in line with its projections, the policy rate may be reduced further in the first half of 2016. Even though the outlook appears bleak and expectations of a rate cut are very high, we believe that the bank is likely to remain on hold at this meeting. We expect that the recent recovery in oil prices and expectations that the government budget due in May will be expansive enough to support economic growth may keep policymakers on hold at least until the May meeting. Governor Øystein Olsen will hold a press conference following the rate decision. The Swiss National Bank took the sidelines as well when it last met, but repeated that the franc is overvalued and that it stands ready to ease further or even intervene in the forex market if necessary. SNB President Jordan recently reaffirmed the bank's readiness to act, but we believe this is quite unlikely to happen at this meeting, given that the aggressive ECB easing last week fell short of pushing Euro-franc off the cliff. As for the indicators, Eurozone's final CPI for February and trade balance for January are coming out. From the US, we get the current account balance for the 4th quarter and the initial jobless claims for the week ended on the 11th of March. The Philadelphia Fed Business Activity Index for March and the Job Opening and Labor Turnover Survey report for January are also coming out. Besides Norges Bank governor, we have no other speakers scheduled for today. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.